Good evening, Town Council members. As you may have already seen, last week we had an ad in the local newspapers. It's part of our ongoing efforts to continue to publicize the rough situation of the street cats of North Hempstead. We have even more planned to further public awareness and demand for a shelter. We're currently working on setting up the next big interview.
Can you take a little step back?
Oh, sorry,
Right.
sorry about that.
Gotta get it just right.
You got it. We have some plans for outreach events in the winter. There's more we can do, and we're only limited by free time. Now, my free time was consumed last week by trying to trap the last 2 cats at a colony I'm working on. It's particularly important that I trap these 2 cats because it's a male and a female, and I need to move quickly before new members are born into the colony. My days off at work were spent at that location, and despite several hours, I was unsuccessful, with nothing to show for my efforts but catching up on some reading. That's how it goes sometimes. Once I've eventually trapped this pair, I can cross this location off the list, at least until an irresponsible person dumps another cat in that vicinity. But there's no rest in rescue. I'll just move on to the next location and hope I can catch them quickly, get a vet appointment, have the funds I need, and again hope that there's no medical complications. As a pessimist, it pains me to admit that rescue requires a lot of hope. But this is a vocation and we accept that's the way it is. What is not acceptable is having the ability to do good and not doing so. Every single one of us here are more than willing to give our time and efforts to help the homeless cat situation in North Hempstead. We're just asking that our tax dollars be used, as it is in every other town in Long Island, and let's be honest, every other place on earth, to maintain a true animal shelter. One for cats, dogs, or whatever animal needs assistance. I assure you, if we had a fully functioning cat shelter with spay and neuter services for rescuers, you would see a dramatic reduction in the number of homeless cats in North Hempstead in record time. I can pretty much guarantee it. One more thing before I go. Council Member Walsh, I heard you have rescued greyhounds, and I just want to say that's pretty awesome. I happen to have friends who work in greyhound rescue overseas, and I know some of the plights they've had, fighting the greyhound industry. So I was particularly pleased to hear that, and I'm just think that's awesome. Thank you very much, sir.
Just to add to that, I don't know about this year, but as of 2 years ago, 95% of greyhounds are euthanized.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
there's very few that get rescued. It's really an industry. And when you first get a greyhound, they're so full of steroids that they can't lay down flat. They sit up high, and it takes about 6 months for them to be able to lay flat on floor. And it takes a period of time for them to get. Most of them will not go up a flight of stairs because they never went up a flight of stairs. They live in crates, and they get moved around with forklifts, and they get released from the crate. But so it takes a little time to acclimate into your house, but they're all very good pets. And I thought it was
Ethnically, I'm Argentine Italian, and I have friends in Argentina who actually fought. Greyhound racing was banned over there, and some of the stories I've heard from them having to go up against the mob were really, it was a tough fight. So when I heard that you adopted them, I think that's awesome. Thank you very much. Yeah, take care.
Thank you.